Hello there. Um, so I'm just making this video today to talk about kind of a weird thing in life that I went through. It wasn't bad at all. I'm not saying it was bad, but it was called kinztube. It was, oh my god, like, I can't believe I haven't really talked about this ever. I don't tell anybody about this because it's like such a weird, like, subculture, I feel like. But yeah, I was like this kinztuber. So if you don't know what kinztube was, well, then you probably won't be interested in this video, to be honest, but okay. Does anyone remember Webkins? Webkins, they were like the little toy that had the code that you could put online and play with them, and they had the little rainbow W on their paw. Yeah, so just like this specific toy, and they were like so big. Like, it was such a big deal to have Webkins, and like, oh my god, how old was I on my first one? I must have been like between 5 and 10 when I had my first one. So that was like early 2000s, early to mid 2000s sort of thing. That's when they were popular. But anyway, when I became like 11 and 12, around that age, maybe a little younger, like maybe like 9, 10, between that time, 9 to 12, I'm gonna say, around then. So there was, like, YouTube was a new thing, and it was so cool. The first thing I became obsessed with on YouTube were horse videos and Webkins and kinztube. So, kinztube was literally, like, the only way I can really describe it was a fan base for Webkins, and people would make videos with their Webkins stuffies, and they would like take them around the camera, and like it wouldn't be the person on camera, it would literally be the Webkin, and like whatever that was. And for some reason there were certain Webkins that were like way more popular than other ones. Like I remember the Love Puppy, the Webkins Love Puppy was super rare, and like people would literally pay like over $100 for them, for this tiny little toy off of like eBay, because it was rare, whatever, and then they would like make videos with them. Another one was like the Brown Puppy. For some reason it was really popular, and like the Cocker Spaniel, I think, was too. I think it was more like the original Webkins that were like harder to find or whatever, but some kinztubers would literally have like 10 of like one specific stuffy, because it was like rare, and they were like the most popular ones. And you would also be a popular kinztuber if you had like a lot of Webkins, and like you were very active and like used your Webkins all the time, and made like skits with them and shit. Oh, and if you made adoption videos, if you made like a lot of adoption videos, then you were really popular on kinztube. I was poor, so I didn't really get too much like popularity, but I did make 2 Webkins music videos that are literally still active and up, and they got like, I think one of them got like 15,000 views or something, and the other one got like 1,000, and that was like my first claim to fame. I felt so happy as a like 11-year-old to get that many views. But those are really the only like Webkins. I had a couple channels that were like Webkins related, but Oh my god, I think I made a fucking channel called The Webkin Singer or something. Why is that person called me so many times? Is it Toronto number? Voicemail. Oh my god. What the fuck?
You have 1 new message. To listen, press 1. New message. Hello, my name is Joanne Meyer. I'm the Nation of Ontario at 647-390-0140. And Joanne M. at meetingnation.org. The Nation of Ontario is conducting virtual engagement sessions for Métis citizens as part of the Métis Child Down Citizens Project. The purpose of the session is for citizens to develop a vision. Your message will be saved.
Anyway. So I remember there was like a few specific kinztubers that were like really popular. And there was one girl that always stands out in my mind because I felt like I had some sort of connection with her. Okay, her name was StarryStar33. If you're watching this and you were a kinztuber, you probably know who she was. StarryStar33, huge fucking kinztuber. The other one was Webkin's Puppy. I think it was just Webkin's Puppy. And then there was, like, I remember one named Webkin's Boy, and then Webkin's Mama, and then, like, Cocker Spaniel, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or something, and then, I don't know, there was a couple other ones, but I don't really remember, like, brown, there was one, like, brown dog something, but, anyway, so, I remember this drama with StarryStar33. She was always super, like, she would conceal her identity, and, like, no one knew her real name or no one saw her face. But I made a comment on one of her videos, like, isn't your username Anne Rock Spotted Frogs? And I was Miss Webkins 11 at that time, and I guess she got really angry at me and like personal messaged me and was like, are you like saying my personal information, like blah 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 blah. It's like, oh my god, it's just your fucking name, girl, like chill. But I felt so special. I felt so special that she was like talking to me, even though she was angry at me. But yeah, I felt like I outed her because like I said her real name, and then a bunch of people were like, oh yeah, that is her name on Webkins. And then she came out like a while later with a video like, oh my god, my name's Anne, like, and then her YouTube channel became Anne whatever. So I outed you. I'm sorry. If you want to become friends, if you're seeing this, like, I'm down. I'm 22 and like I'm a chill person. These are just fun times in childhood, but sorry for outing you on YouTube. But yeah, I just remember kinztube being like this freaking weird little subculture that I was so obsessed with and I wanted to be a part of it so bad, but my parents were so poor that like they barely gave me any Webkins. Not saying that's a bad thing, like they just couldn't afford to be buying me 100 Webkins like some of these kids who were spoiled. They had like fucking so many. And it just shows your parents like guilt, right? Like buying their kids so many, like they were probably divorced or something and bought their kids so many freaking Webkins. Anyway, but it's really sad. But Webkins, kinztube, just an interesting subculture. And I remember being in grade 9 and kinztube had kind of died down at that time of like 2012. But I was like, oh my god, I'm getting a camera for my birthday and I'm going to start making kinztube videos. That never happened, but, well, I think I made like 1 and it got like 2 views, but I don't know. It's just like interesting, and no one in my life, like my real life, no one ever talks about it. No one really knows what kinztube is. I think it's because I lived such an isolated, sheltered life, like, watching YouTube, I had to like entertain myself somehow, so kinztube was the cool thing at that time. For not a lot of kids, like most kids were having normal childhoods, hanging out with their friends and like doing like dance or like gymnastics or soccer, whereas like I was just watching kinztube at home by myself and pretending to play with Webkins and like, but yeah, if anyone knows what kinztube is, comment and tell me your experience.